All right, Shalom, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory to
Yahawashi, Yahawashi,
Ba'ashem, Wa'arakakadash. You know, we come out here week in and week out to prophesy about the coming catastrophe that's about to hit this civilization, which we call the revival of the ancient Roman system. Okay, and another thing too, we out here for our people that are so-called Negroid, Latino, Native American descent, who are indeed the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks about. Okay, and although I do say that, I will also say that we are also here to speak this word in the intent to seal the elect of this people. All right, do the will of that Heavenly Father ultimately. So you give me Isaiah 31, verse 1.
Verse 1, yeah. Isaiah chapter 31 verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Who's the Holy One of Israel? The Holy One of Israel is the Messiah, the Mashiach, Yahawashi is the Lord. Calls him Jesus the Christ, right? We call him Yahawashi because his name is eternal. So, what you're going to have in these last days, and even still right now, is the stats. Okay? Most of our people trust in concerning or should I say the power of Esau. Okay, you got Jakes out there, they're going to go into the military to fight this war. Alright, and then you also have even just dealing with certain Hebrew Israelite camps out there that declare themselves to be men of the Lord. They've already made a covenant with death. They've already made a covenant with the heathen. So when you make a covenant with a people or nation that has nothing to do with what you're doing, okay, or what you're spreading for, which is this gospel, then what are you doing? You're putting trust in Egypt. Because this is modern day Egypt. Alright? You're dealing with ancient Egypt. When you speak about Egypt, you have to also speak about the captivity of the nation of Israel. Right? You can't speak about Egypt and leave that out. So, being that we're in captivity right now, the nation of Israel, this would be, again, Egypt. Okay? So read on.
Neither seek the Lord.
Neither seek the Lord.
Verse 2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not pull back his words.
Right, and that's the Lord. The Lord is not going to pull back his word. We can read many verses on that. We can read the book of Numbers 24, and we can also read the book of Isaiah 55. And we find this out, that the Lord, when he speaks his words through his prophets, which he has sent forth, those words are going to be fulfilled and manifested in reality, as some of them are to this very day and moment. So keep on.
But will arise against the house of the evildoers.
Right, but he will arise, am I correct, right?
Yeah.
But he will arise up against the houses of the evildoers. Now, all nations at one time or another were evildoers, okay, and they're still evildoers. But the evildoer, as we always keep talking about, is we don't change our philosophy and our doctrine. Alright? The main evildoer, pursuant to the book of Malachi 1, verse 4, is of the nation of Edom, the powers that be. The nation of Edom and Esau is the so-called white people today. Okay? And they're the manifestation of the people of sin. So let's get Malachi 1, brother. Malachi 1 and 4.
Let's finish this little bit.
Alright, go ahead.
Right. But will arise against the house of the evildoers,
Okay.
and against the help of them that work iniquity.
Right, and against the help of them that work of iniquity. Even these wicked, evil Israelites as well. Okay? They're also in conjunction with Esau's structure and his vibration. In other words, they're embracing evil and iniquity. Alright, like for example, we was talking about these pastors last week about how they're involved in some kind of witchcraft, and I'm talking about the higher level pastors. They're on witchcraft, they're deceiving our people because they know the truth, but they're not telling them who they are according to the Bible, and they misleading them. Okay? So that's why I said they're working together with Esau, as the scripture says.
So what scripture you want, brother?
As a matter of fact, read that again, brother.
Yeah, again.
Then go to Malachi 1.
Isaiah chapter 31, verse 2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words.
Right. And that's the Lord.
But will arise against the house of the evildoers.
But he will arise against the house of the evildoers. Because the epitome of evil is the so-called white man. He's proven it time and time again. Okay? And the Bible, he backs up what the Bible is saying about it. On how they're the people of sin. What is sin? Sin is the transgression of the law. When you read the book of Isaiah 23, I believe it is, I believe it's 23 or 24, where it speaks about they've done away with the everlasting covenant and broke the ordinance thereof. That's Esau. So they would be the house of the evildoers. Okay, go on.
And against the help of them that work iniquity.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God.
Right. So is this referring to ancient Egypt? No, because who's this speaking? Isaiah, right? Yeah. Isaiah was not in the time of ancient Egypt. So what Egypt is he talking about? He's talking about the captivity that he was under, I would say, but mainly he was talking about this captivity. All right. Actually, I gotta correct myself. He's actually talking about now. He's prophesying about now because he says that the Holy One will rise up against the house of the evildoers. So when is that going to happen? That's going to happen in these times. When Yahawashi comes back. When Yahawashi comes back, he's going to rise up against Edom. Okay? Go on, brother.
And their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is helped shall fall down, and they shall fail together.
Right, and they shall all fail together, so they're going to arise against the Lord, and they're going to fail miserably, as we've been reading time and time again. Okay? So, brother, give me Malachi 1 and 4.
Malachi is up to 1. Start a little, just one verse up. Malachi is up to 1, verse 3.
Yeah.
And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
Right, so there's a race of people whom the Lord have hatred against, and he would then spread his indignation against. Okay? And this is a nation, as we call them, or as they call themselves, Caucasians or so-called white people, Europeans. These are all bywords that they call themselves, but according to the Bible, they're known as the people of Esau and Edom. Okay? That's who they are. They're not white people, they're not Europeans or whatever they want to call themselves nowadays. They're the biblical Edomites. We're going to keep saying that, Esau and Edom. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
And that's what they did when Rome fell and was destroyed. Ancient Rome came back again through Christopher Columbus and that whole entire crew. And then you had Cesare Borgia, and then you had the popes. And I'm talking about the Renaissance era. The word Renaissance, as I like to always say, which means to rebirth. So ancient Rome came back again. Okay? Because the deadly wound of the beast was healed. Meaning it was wounded for a particular point in time. But then the wound healed and it stood back on its feet again. Okay? Go on, brother.
But basically it recovered, didn't it? And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Okay, go ahead.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we shall return and build the desolate places.
Right, it says we shall return and build back the desolate places, and that's what they did. When Esau came back into existence, into power, they built back Great Britain. They built back what you call America, which all encompasses Rome. And when you understand ancient Rome, what was ancient Rome about? Ancient Rome was all about conversion. We talk about pedophilia, talk about all kind of strange sexuality. So they're doing the same thing now. It's the same shit now. Okay, and this is why we can, without a shred of fear or doubt, we can say what we're saying. because the history backs it up, we're saying, and it backs up the Bible. Okay, so when we say these Edomites are the devil, then that's what they are. All right, and who do I mean by the Edomites? I'm talking about who they claim to be, so-called Europeans. All right, go on, brother. So this is who the Lord is going to rise up against. The house, what is it? The house of evildoers? That's what he's going to do. Go on.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Right, it says they shall build, but I will throw down. So before the Lord throws down, they have to build. They have to come back and set up their empire. They have to set up this great British Empire, which was great for a set period of time. And Britain was really great before World War I. After World War I came into effect, America became superior as it is right now. But this time what the Lord is going to do, the Lord is going to arise against this kingdom and destroy all of these kingdoms that makes up this Roman system. Because we're back in ancient Rome all over again, the leadership of the so-called white man. Right? Go on.
They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness. So in the border of wickedness, they're going to be obviously the ones that are working iniquity. So now we're going to go back to Isaiah 31, brother, and read where we left off from.
Isaiah what? 31, yeah?
Yeah, I think he was in Isaiah 31. And we keep talking about Esau because we're under his rulership right now. As it tells us in the book of Ezekiel 35, and 31, it says, prophesy against old Mount Seir, which is another name of Esau and Edom. Okay? So we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. So yeah, read verse 1, brother.
Verse 1 again, yeah? Isaiah chapter 31, verse 1. Woe unto them that go down
All right,
to
now
Egypt.
drop down to verse 4.
Verse
I just
4,
wanted you to read that and see where he was at. He was in the right precept.
Isaiah 31 verse 4. For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and a young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth.
Matter of fact, read verse 2 again.
Verse 2, yeah?
Yeah.
Isaiah 31 verse 2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not pull back his words,
Okay, go on.
but will arise against the house of the evildoers
Okay, go on.
and against the help of them that work iniquity.
So how is the Lord going to do this? Let's read the scripture in Isaiah 63, where it speaks about how the Lord is going to come in 9 garments from Basra. If you can find me that scripture. Because this ain't just about Esau and Edom. This is also about the coming of the day of the Lord, which will take place in these times. This is what we haste for. Out of everything else. Yeah, we want Esau's slavery. Yeah, we want all of the beauty that the kingdom can offer to us. But mainly what we really want to see is the end of this world and the revival of the other world. The revival of the nation of Israel. That's what we really want to see and experience. And this is why we come out here also to hasten the day of the Lord. Because we know that this society, it's not going to get any better. This world is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. Because you have the people that bring forth that, negative vibration. In other words, they break these laws that the Most High set up, that the Most High is given to mankind. So because they've done away with these laws, they're going to bring quiet contrary. They're going to bring evil on the earth. And that's what they've done. So if this man continues to stay in power, everything's going to dwindle down and we're all going to die out. As the animals are dying out, by the way.
So I say something? And he's right, because if you look at what's happening now in the Middle East, if the Lord doesn't take the Edomites, so whites out of power, the Middle East would be like Africa is, man. Because what? Yemen is getting destroyed, Syria, Libya. This man represents death. Well, either for life or death. He represents death, man.
Right.
Okay?
And he was saying there's a lot of garbage in the midst of the earth.
Yeah.
And the reason why, because what they're doing is they're using plastic rather than using what is it, I think it's called plastic bond that they're doing. I think it's called
Biodegradable?
right, biodegradable.
That means you can recycle it, man.
Yeah. So if you were all drinking water out of biodegradable, what is it?
Container.
Right, jars and stuff like that, then all of that stuff would go back to the earth sooner. Now what they were saying was what the Apostle Obama was going into is how the plastic, it takes 100 years for it to degrade.
Yeah.
So if you have billions of people drinking water or drinking any kind of, some sort of drink or whatever, all you're gonna have is stacked up pile of plastic. And the whole earth turns into a pigsty.
Yeah.
So that's another reason that this man has to come down.
Yep.
That's another reason why we have to hasten the day.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting on the so-called white man just to be getting on them. We're also aware and we also have to look forward to a change of worlds, because if not, it's just going to get worse. Okay? Life has to be restored because death is all around right now. What you got? Give me Psalms 23, brother.
Psalms 23.
Yeah, you know what I want.
Yeah, if I can just mention that
Go ahead.
all the debris and the plastic, they're talking about sending it up to space now.
Yeah, exactly. Because and the reason why they want to send it to space is all of that garbage is now being compiled all around certain parts of the earth. Okay, and that's how you get diseases. When you have a pile of garbage in your environment, diseases can erupt from that. So this man doesn't know what he's doing. Go on, brother.
From verse 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Psalms 23, verse 1.
Not verse 1. You know where it says, I won't get a valley of the shadow of death.
I hear. Psalms 23, verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Right, so what is the valley of the shadow of death? First and foremost, what is a valley? A valley is a lowland. So first and foremost, now we're not in a literal valley, but when we're dealing with the moralism of the society is very low. So metaphorically, we can say that it is a lowland. Okay, go on.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me.
Right.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Right, and thy rod and thy staff, and it comfort me. In the green pasture, which is all includes, or what it's saying is it means these scriptures, this particular knowledge. This is what's going to sustain you mentally. And this is why people around you, okay, they're either on medication or they on some kind of drugs so they can get their mind in order. Because people are being destroyed mentally because of the conditioning, which is the wrong conditioning, by the way, and it's upset a lot of things in this planet. Okay, so we need things to change. We need to be saved, and the whole earth needs to be saved. Otherwise, if not so the case, we'll all be dead. It's just the truth. So, all you got, brother, give me the book of Matthew, 24, and get the verse that speaks about the shall no flesh to be saved.
Oh yeah, he was like, well, I thought he was a complete knobhead, but I wouldn't speak bad of the dead. Like, he was so over the top that now we understand, like, maybe.
Yeah.
You got it right.
Yeah, I got that.
Call it a reason.
Matthew chapter 24, verse, I'll start from the so I can start a little bit up.
Alright, go on.
Matthew 24, verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in winter, neither on a Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Right, so when the Lord doesn't come in the opportune time, the right time, and this prolongs, then we're all going to be dead. So what kind of souls and spirits will the Lord save? Because all of them souls and spirits, should I say spirits, they're all going to be in the spiritual realm before he comes to save anybody. So first and foremost, he has to come in a short period of time. Otherwise, there'll be no flesh to be saved. Because the way these devils are ruling this kingdom, it's going to get to that point where everything's going to die out. Alright? And it's really got to that point already. When you look at all of the different, when you look at the fish life, the sea life, and you look at the animals, they're dying out. Okay, and they're not living too long. Why is this? Because the environment is screwed. The ecosystem is beginning to be screwed. You can't mess the ecosystem up. Once you mess one part of the ecosystem, everything's destroyed. Everything's damaged. So this is why this man has to come out of power. This is why we're calling for a nuclear war to happen. We want a nuclear war to happen. So that there can be a change of worlds as we know it as.
It's alright.
It's alright. It's alright. You know what I'm saying? So it just has to be. Okay, now you may say, well, why would you want to say that? Because that's going to bring nothing but death, or the earth needs to restart. The earth needs to reboot because everything's all fucked up. Excuse my language, excuse me. But sometimes you just get mad, you know? Anyway, read on.
Matthew 24, verse 22. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And this is why time is flying by so quickly. Because the Lord is making us move when it concerns these prophecies. Once the major prophecy, or the last of them all, comes in effect, the mark of the beast, which is that RFID microchip, this kingdom's at its end. This society is done. I mean, look at the state of the people in these superior claimed nations or countries. They're in a very low state right now. Okay, and that shows you right there the state of the people. Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
When you look at the state of the people, you already know what it is. Okay, because a lot of people out here, you may think that they're sane or they're okay and they got it together. They don't got it together. All right, and I mean, I was on the train. I was telling you, brother, right? And I'll tell it to the camera. I'm on the train, right? And what I realized, man, is just that people are they're just unclean looking, man. They look filthy. They look dirty. They look like they got all kind of problems in the mental. They got problems in their life. You can see it, man. You know, it's like the Lord just brightens your eyes up to see the whole thing, to see what's really going on out here. And it's truly, and it's just truly just that. People are sick out here, man. People are literally dying out here and sick. You know, it proves my point. Go to the NHS. Go to those hospitals. You got mad people that's filling up those hospitals, man. That's not a cool thing. That's not a good thing. To know in your own society, your own empire, there's nothing but sick people filling up those hospitals. So there's a major problem. There shouldn't really be so many hospitals filled up. Okay? And it's to the point where they don't really care. The doctors can only but do what they can do. There's only so much they can do. And there's only so much they get paid. You understand? So the point of the matter, there needs to be a change of worlds. Because people are dying out here. People are mentally ill and sick. Anyway, let's read on. So there has to be some kind of wrath and destruction and some fire that needs to come down here. Which fire is a purifying agent, just like water. With fire, you can build new lands. Okay? The earth reverts back to square one again with fire. Because this whole entire earth needs to be cleansed. Go on, brother.
Read on, yeah? Matthew 24, verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
Yeah.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets.
Right. So I mean, and I mean, that's it on that. That's it on that, brother. But the point I'm gonna harp back on is the fact that Yahawashi, he's gonna save his elect, and he's gonna save the earth and bring it back to its rightful state. Because the reason why you have people getting involved with androgyny is because they're possessed by demons or they're just mentally ill. Okay, it's like equivalent to when you watch the film The Matrix. It's like you're the only one that's got your head on straight, man. Everybody else just zombies. That's what it seems like sometimes, man. Anyway, brother, yeah, go back to Isaiah 34.
Isaiah 31?
31. Not 34, 31.
Start from what?
Left off.
Isaiah 31, verse 3. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is helped shall fall down.
Right, and he that is helped shall fall down. Because when the Lord arises against this entire system as a whole, and this is why DJ Trump, he set some kind of space military. Why does he set this kind of thing up? Why is he even doing this? Because they know that they're going to have to deal with entities that's going to come out of a different realm. And those entities are going to be the angels of the Lord. And they're going to have to fight up against the angels of the Lord, and ultimately they have to fight Yahawashi to keep this decrepit, destroyed empire going. Okay? Keep going.
They don't want to go down, basically. Isaiah 31, verse 4. For thus hath the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and a young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him.
Right, so drop that. Matter of fact, what you got? Give me Isaiah 63. Yeah. I mean, even nowadays as well, I have to also say that when people do get in relationships, how long does it last? It only lasts for so long. Because you have all of this confusion going on. You have the women, they want to be the dominant one of the household. Then the man, he has to play his part, and he can't play his part. So he has to resort in being the beta male. And that's what you have in these relationships. The woman, she's the alpha, and the man, he's the beta. So everything is just quite opposite of what it's supposed to be. Everything is. And this is why the world has to change for the better. Like my man Sam Cooke said, the change is gonna come, right?
It's a singer, isn't it?
Yeah, Sam Cooke.
A long time coming.
Right, a long time coming. All of these songs, it's really talking about the change of the world, or changing the world for the better. Whether they realized it or not when they were singing these songs. Because people are, like I said, man, the whole earth is in a dire situation. People are sick to death, man. All right? And they may not be physically sick, but they can also be mentally sick too. And whose fault is that? The so-called white man. He's in power. He's he's calling the shots. So whoever's calling the shots is more responsible for what goes on in this earth.
That's right.
It is what it is. Okay? Power then comes with responsibility. Go on, bro.
So I said, good.
Yeah.
Because it's just like if you have a company, like even America is a corporation.
Right.
And the president is, you know, like when you have a business, they have a president.
You always have a president, yeah.
A board of directors.
Yeah.
So they're at the top of the totem pole.
Yeah.
We're at the bottom. But somehow, this devil has told everyone that we're the threat.
Right.
When he's the one that, the only nuclear bomb dropped, he dropped it.
Right.
But now he's telling North Korea and other countries they can't have nukes.
Exactly. So,
hypocrite, man.
and I mean, just based on the brother saying what he just said about how these countries around the world are corporations. So what does that say about the average Joe Schmo? That says that there's a bunch of slaves. They're just a bunch of walking employees that are seeking for work to pay their bills and rent. That's just the harsh reality. Now you got people that will say, well, I ain't no slave, I'm free. Why is it that you have a social security number? And a birth certificate. Oh yeah, can't forget about the birth certificate. That right there is a declaration that you're a slave right there. Your name is all written in the caps and they have your feet stamp, your finger stamps on there. You're a slave under this corporation. Go on, bro.
Isaiah 63 verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Yep.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Right, traveling in the greatness of his strength. So this is how he's going to arise up against the evildoers. Go on.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Right.
Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth
In the wine fat. Exactly, because the wine fat really represents how he's going to come. He's going to come in spilled blood. He's going to be the wine press, pressing these grapes that you see out here in the midst. You got some, brother? Okay. Take your time.
It's like, can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when they make wine, they got the grapes, all right, take off their shoes, make sure their feet's clean, and they step on it like that, you know, so they get the juice out, man.
Yeah.
That's representative of what Yahawashi is going to do, like in Independence Day. I love to put that in some of my videos, man, when he's coming in great power and glory. So it's a representation that he's going to come back blasting things, man.
Exactly.
Destroying them. And the blood's going to be in his garment. Not literally, but, you know.
It's metaphorical.
Yeah, it's metaphorical.
And this is why most people, when they read the Bible, they don't understand what it's saying. Because they're so clouded on smoking whatever they're smoking. I mean, if you smoke anything, your mind's going to be clouded. Right? The point of the matter is what I wanted to say, the reason why they don't understand the Bible, because they're not the prophets of the Lord. We are the prophets of the Lord. So we understand the Bible because the Bible was written for us. Okay? And that's just the deal. Right? I lost my train of thought, man. So I was going to say something else. Alright, go on.
Isaiah 63, verse 1.
Isaiah 34 and 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
Yeah.
It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats.
Right, and with the blood of the lambs and goats. Now, when you understand something, the blood of rams and goats, is it literal? No, it's not literal. And I'm going to prove that as well in a minute. Yeah, what is it? The rams and the goats is talking about the people. So a lot of people, when the Lord comes back, there's going to be a lot of destruction that he's going to bring. And this is out of the Bible. This is out of the same book we swear in the courts. Okay? The Lord is coming to do damage and kill. And to set the record straight all over again. So we don't.
With the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Bozrah, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
And it refers to a land, the land of Idumea. Now, the actual land of Idumea, no one is inhabiting that land right now. And the reason being is because you have those people that are from that land, they're all over Europe. They're in England, they're in America, they're in, Australia, they're in France, they're in Germany. So they're not in that land. So what is this metaphor we're talking about? All of these lands that are possessed by these people, the Idumeans, in other words, the Edomites, the so-called white people. Okay, the pure-blooded so-called white man. Let's read that one more time, brother.
Isaiah 34 verse 6. The sword of the Lord Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats.
Right, so when we